On June 3rd, 2006, Alan Becker made his first animation versus animator. On May 17th, 2009, Notch made Minecraft. On December 15th, 2015, Alan Becker made his first animation versus Minecraft. On September 29th, 2021, an animator by the name of Psychseeker made their first Minecraft Deltarune animation. All of this culminate into what we now know of Deltarune versus Minecraft, with only a fraction of the views. Today, I will tell you the story and the technicality of how I made Deltarune versus Minecraft. I know, what I will be explaining to you will look a lot like a flight control deck, especially when you don't know anything about animation. But I promise, I will make it entertaining, so you will be glued to your screens! I can't promise you that you will understand it though, but I can promise you that this video will be entertaining nonetheless. Today, I will only talk about episode 1 because in each new episode, I will learn something new. So, we are going in slow. Let's start by analyzing the inspiration behind the series in the first place. Animation versus Minecraft. The main difference between my series and Alan Becker's series is that we already did this very differently, like fundamentally. Alan Becker's animation are done in 2D. Deltarune vs Minecraft are done in 3D. Because of this simple fact, both series have a very different feel. Animation vs Minecraft really does feel like a 2D animation, while my series felt a lot like a 3D animation trying to replicate 2D. The foundation of the animation is the Minecraft builds, because obviously there's gonna be the Minecraft part of Deltarune versus Minecraft. So what I do is I make a new Minecraft world and then I try to build things as if I were building in Terraria, basically in 2D. So I have a couple of rules. 1. There will be one wall missing in one axis. If we cover everything up, you won't be able to see what's inside. So, unless if you're not planning to see what's inside, there will be a giant hole in one axis for you to see what's inside of that build. 2. Since I'm building in one axis, everything I add must be able to be seen in one axis. If I'm only looking from the left side, I shouldn't hide or place anything where I can't see it from the left side. Again, you gotta think of it as if you're building in 2D. I then use this program called Mineways to export the Minecraft world into an OBJ file. And with that, I'm able to import it to Blender. Are you guys following? There is one major difference in both of these series though, other than the technicality aspect. In the Alan Becker universe, Minecraft is still just a game, and the stickmen treat it basically just like that, a game. In Deltarune vs Minecraft, Minecraft is an actual universe and the Deltarune characters live in it. Something like this simple difference can actually be expressed in animation form. In the Alan Becker universe, Minecraft behaves the same way it would behave in the game. The way the mobs move is like how it is in Minecraft, with them moving like blocks, kinda like the Lego movie. The movements are restricted and they have no joints. In Deltarune vs Minecraft, however, they move like an animated character. They have elbows and knees. The grass and the trees move and flow like waves. Even though the game mechanics still exist, like the water bucket clutch or respawning in beds, they are still living in that universe and not playing a game. Talking about movements, this would be one of the major restrictions in making the series, especially in trying to do Deltarune sprite animation. One of the things I envy from animation versus Minecraft is the freedom of movement. The stickmen in animation versus Minecraft can move wherever and however they want. Meanwhile, because I'm doing this sprite animation style, the way the Deltarune gang moves is dependent on everything that has happened in Deltarune Chapter 1, 2, 3, and 4. The more new chapters come out, the more sprites I can use. It's one of the reasons why I tried to do Deltarune Minecraft animations early this year. Since I was doing it in Minecraft animation style, I should have the freedom of movement! But what I didn't realize is that Minecraft well-save fell into the uncanny valley and it straight up looked so weird.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the f-
If you noticed, animation versus Minecraft has no dialogues whatsoever. They did everything through visual storytelling and body language. Doing this for Deltarune vs Minecraft is both a curse and a blessing. I have been doing Deltarune videos for 7 months now, and I have made 4 Deltarune stories, and one of my greatest roadblocks is dialogues! I have been making short films for 7 years, and for 7 years, my dialogues are always trash! I swear, sometimes I feel like I don't know how people talk! How do humans talk? So honestly, it's such a blessing that I don't have to think of any dialogues, but I swear, sometimes the way I make characters talk feels like I'm an alien trying to communicate to humans. Writing dialogues also takes the most time for me to write, so I'm so grateful that I don't have to write any dialogues for the series. So it's a blessing that I don't have to write any talking, but it's also a huge challenge. Why? Because Toby hasn't released the rest of the chapters. We only have 4 chapters so far, and we have a limited amount of sprites to use as for now. The question, every time I make a new episode, is how do I express the story with the limited amount of sprites I have? Since there is no dialogues, it's all body language, and since I don't have freedom of movement, I need to handpick sprites that I think would fit into what I want the characters to express. Oh yeah, talking about technicality, some of my fellow 3D artists might go crazy at me because of this, but the way I animate sprites is by animating the UV maps. I once had a friend of mine who's a 3D artist and an animator come to my house while I was animating. He was so flabbergasted that I was animating the UV maps. I will admit that it's so inefficient to animate using UV maps, but it's a workflow that I'm already used to, and changing it might make my workflow slower. However, if anyone knows and wants to make a rig for me to animate better and faster, you can call me maybe. Oh, also, one of the mistakes I made in the first episode was with the crossbow. So turns out, this pointy thing in the crossbow is actually the arrow. I didn't know it was an arrow while I was animating it, so I just put another arrow on top of it. It kinda does make it look cooler and more 3-dimensional, but it adds more weight on my shoulder animating it, so I won't do that anymore in the future. I would like to talk about how I wrote the characters in the series, but as of now, episode 1 is still the surface level, so I will probably talk about those when I will eventually talk about episode 2 and so on. Just know that I exaggerate them for comedic purposes. That's why Susie is a straight up dumbass in the series. I exaggerated their characters to 1000%. Anyway, stay tuned for the next Deltarune vs Minecraft episode, which should come out next week. I usually announce them in my community post, so you can wait for my announcement there. Also, I might upload one non-Deltarune video next week for a special occasion, so stay tuned for that one too. Alright, class dismissed!